1 2 testing, 1 2 testing. Can you hear me, guys? Hello, can you hear me? Please let me know if the sound is okay. If you can hear me, just let me know so that we start the live stream. Hi, guys. Um, Hi, hello, everyone. How are you doing? Thank you for being a part of my live stream. If you can hear me, can you send a thumbs up in the comment section, please? I need to know if my sound is all right. Hello, guys. Can you hear me all live and direct? I was having some sound issues earlier on, so I just need to be sure that the sound is indeed working before I continue. Oh, great. Okay, I have confirmation that the sound is working fine. So let's start the live stream. Hello, everyone. Good evening, good afternoon, good day, depending on where you are watching this from. It's been forever since I have done a live right here on YouTube, so I am a little rusty. So if things don't go as well as I intend them to go, please do bear with me. Technology how it can be sometimes, but I'm hoping that everything will just go as smoothly as possible. So what I want to do today basically is just catch up with you guys because it's been long since I've had the chance to go live and engage with you. So much has been happening. You know how life can be sometimes. So I just thought it might be a good idea for me to just come on here and do a little bit of a life update and let everybody know what's happening, what's been going on in my life, and stuff like that. So I hope that everyone is doing well. Um, Allow me to just say, guys, thank you for being on the broadcasts. I really, really appreciate it. It's uh, it's amazing. So I have a few things that I wanted to talk to you about. A few weeks ago, I think almost 2 weeks ago, I posted a video where I was just basically talking about some self-esteem issues, some confidence issues, some negative body image issues, and I received a lot of positive feedback from all of you, and I really appreciate that. When I was making the video, I was hesitant because I wasn't too sure if people were actually interested in such kind of a topic. But I actually realized that it resonated with a lot of people, and I also got a lot of DMs in my inbox, both on Facebook, on Twitter, and even on Instagram. Mostly on Instagram, just people just telling me how much they resonated with the topic that I discussed, which was how to deal or manage your negative body image and turn it into a very positive one. So I appreciate everyone who got in touch. So I also received a lot of questions from other people just asking about a lot of things, my personal experiences and what I went through as well. So it showed me that maybe for some people who missed the video, I could also do a live and just get to engage with you, as well and find out what you think as well, because this platform isn't just about me, but we are a family and we are meant to share this kind of thoughts and ideas together because we are one. So, the thing that I wanted us to talk about the most is why I felt it's important to talk about self esteem. I have a few notes that I have here just to talk about why it's important to have self confidence and what it does uh, for you as an individual. Now, I know that sometimes when things happen in life, they tend to beat us down a lot, and we lose our confidence. We start to feel like we are lesser of human beings as compared to others. But that shouldn't be the case, because what I strongly believe is that every single person was created with a divine signature that separates you from the rest of the world. So you don't have to be somebody else. You don't have to be like somebody else. You don't have to be like your neighbor. All you need to be is to be the best version of yourself that God created you to be. And there really no need to wallow in negative body image and just think like you are not an important person, that you are of no value at all, because the truth of the matter is there's so much value that is in you. So before we start talking about why or how you can improve your self-confidence or your self-esteem, let's talk a little bit about some benefits of let's talk about the benefits of self-confidence and how self-confidence can change or improve. The first thing that I wanted to say is that when you are confident, it will lead you to have better performances in life, whether we are talking about your job or we are talking about something that you want to do or you have a goal that you want to go for. If you have self-confidence, your performance will be to the same level as your self confidence. If you are trying to do something and you are not confident about it, you're just gonna shy away and you're not gonna make bold moves and go for what you really want to go. So if you want your performance to be excellent, if you want to be a go getter, if you want to be someone who achieves whatever it is that they've set out to achieve, it's very important to be self confident. Let me tell you, when you are confident, trust me, the sky is the limit. Even the sky will not limit you. You will have the guts, you will have the expertise. You don't even need the expertise sometimes, but you just need the confidence to make yourself go for what you need to go for. Number two, if you are self confident, it builds on your resilience, because what you end up understanding is that even if you don't necessarily succeed the first time you try out something, or if you try out something and then it fails, you know that it is not a reflection of who you are. It's just a part of the process. There are many times in my own life when I wasn't self confident, and whenever I failed at something, I would then start to think that, oh, maybe I'm failing at this because I am not good enough or I am unworthy. But that was not the case and has never been the case. It's just a part of the process. Sometimes you stumble and fall, but what's important is to ensure that you don't stay on the ground. You pick yourself up and you continue on your journey of life. And it was something that I had to learn the hard way, because, as you can imagine, there were a lot of failures, and each time that I used to fail, I just thought, oh man, this is like a reflection of me. It's evidence of who I am and what I'm worth. But that's not the case. So, but when you are a self confident individual, you know that even if you fail, that's not who you are. It's just a part of your journey. And you can keep on trying until you achieve those results that you are looking for. Um, if you are confident, it also improves your relationships with other people. And I'm not just talking about romantic relationships, I'm even talking about family relationships, about your relationship and how you relate with your mates at work. your workmates, even other people in society, it really has a lot to do with your self confidence as a person. For example, someone who is self confident, let's say it's in a romantic relationship, if you have self confidence, you are not going to be driven by insecurities. Your decisions are not going to be purely because of insecurities, but you will be confident enough to know that you have your own value that you bring into that relationship. And the same even applies when it comes to your workspace. You know that your workmates are not necessarily better than you. They may be different, yes. Chances are they are definitely different because you are different people. But that doesn't mean that even if they offer a certain value that is different from yours, that what you offer is not valuable. No, that's not the case. And confident people will really just operate from a place of confidence, and it will naturally deal with a lot of drama automatically. Like when you are assured of who you are, you know what steps you need to take, you know how you go about your business, you know that failure or a misstep doesn't define you, it's just a part of the process. So there are just way so many advantages of being uh, confidence or having a lot of self confidence. So I just want to ask you guys as well. What do you think are some other benefits of being self confident, and how have you seen self confidence work in your in your own life? I would love to hear from you as well. I am seeing a lot of comments here. Yes, this one says true self confidence takes away all insecurities. That's so true. Yeah, self confidence will take away insecurities. And for anyone, that's my mom, by the way, who just commented there. And I know I used to ask my mom, like, she's someone who doesn't she has friends, but she doesn't have a lot of friends. She's not that type of person who cannot do something in her life because her friends are not there or she hasn't consulted somebody. And I used to ask her, like, Mom, how do you do that? And she'll be like, no, I have self-confidence. I don't need a crowd to always do what I need to do. I know what I need to do. I know why I need to do it, and I know how I'm gonna go about it. So yeah, that was definitely quite eye opening for me as well. You guys, wow, thank you so much for the support. I am appreciative. I see you all in the comment section. You guys, you are amazing. Thank you. Anyway, so let's continue with the discussion and talk about this other thing that I also wanted to talk about, which is let me just see where I put my notes here. I wrote everything down so that I don't forget. Okay, now let's talk about some things that we can do as individuals to help improve our self confidence and boost our own self esteem. And the first one is stop comparing yourself to others. Yeah, this one is a big issue. The reason why a lot of us feel have low self-esteem or a negative body image or whatever the case may be is because we most certainly compare ourselves to other people. Like you compare yourself so much to people that you see even on social media, forgetting that some people have a lot of filters, and the way they look on Instagram isn't necessarily the way that they look in real life. Or some people may post pictures that make it seem like they have it all together in life, but that is not always the case. Remember, we all have a tendency to put our best foot forward when it comes to social media. We always want to show people the success. We want to show people the glam. We want to show people the glitz, but nobody really posts about their failures or their dark moments or whatever it is that they are going through. So comparing yourself to people on social media is one thing that will definitely kill your self confidence. And if you want to be confident, you need to stop comparing yourself to strangers online. And this comparison doesn't only start and end on social media or with social media. It also extends to everyday life. You compare your car to your neighbor's car. You compare their spouse to your own. Even, geez, that's weird, but it happens a lot. I'm sure we just compare a lot. I have often heard it being said that comparison is the thief of joy. When you tend to compare yourself to other people, you automatically steal your own joy because it will highlight those things in your life that you think are not so cool. And you start going like, oh, I don't look as good as so and so, or I don't have this and that, therefore I don't have a reason to be happy. But the truth of the matter is you have a lot of positive, wonderful things that are going on in your own life. And if you focus on that, then you'll definitely be a happier person. So comparison. The earlier we stop to compare our wealth, our possessions, our skills, and achievements with other people, we are going to be happier. And also on that note, I feel like it's important to also highlight that success doesn't have a single definition. For one person, success may mean making $10 per day, while to another it may mean making $1 million a day. Whatever your definition of success is, as long as it's pushing your life forward, then you need to embrace it. Stop feeling like your achievements are not important because they are not as grand or as dramatic or as high value as other people's achievements. I mean, and who is to say that this achievement is more valuable than that achievement anyway? So that's about comparison. But maybe uh, another thing that can help us to stop comparing ourselves to other people is to be mindful of the blessings that we have in our own lives. Let's just count our blessings. And yes, you may not have a Lamborghini, you may not have a Ferrari, but you have so many other things good, going great for you. And you can celebrate that. You can count those blessings, and God will bless you with many others. And I don't mean this to say that be complacent or stop dreaming. But what I'm saying is, while you are still working towards what you want to have in your own life, what you want to achieve in your own life, you can still and should be grateful for what you do already have. And also, be around supportive people, supportive friends, people who will not look down on you. I know that sometimes we compare ourselves to other people because when they have things that we don't have, or they start treating you like you are somebody who doesn't matter. That kind of friend who is so good at always making you feel bad about yourself. That's the exact kind of friend that you should avoid because they will just lead you to start compare yourself to them. You start comparing yourself to them and feeling like, my friend is a lot and I don't have, so I I'm less valuable, which really isn't the case. Another thing that we can do in just to boost our own self confidence is to use the power of positive self talk. Believe it or not, there is so much power in words. And I have been learning not to say negative things about myself, even as a joke. Like you do something wrong and you're like, oh, I'm so stupid. No, don't say things like that about yourself. You will only pull yourself down. You can only say certain things so many times before you start believing them about yourself. Say good stuff about yourself. Be like, yeah, I'm a winner. I am victorious. I am a go getter. I am somebody who achieves their dreams. Because the moment that you start speaking things, you give them the power to actually manifest in your own life. Because as a believer, what I believe personally, I don't know about you, but it's the fact that your words have a creative force. Your words can literally build or destroy. So there is no need to say negative things about yourself. Stop saying you're stupid. Stop saying you are so poor. Stop saying you are unlovable. Stop saying you are ugly. Because the more that you say those things about yourself, the more you will start to believe them, which really, really is wrong. And I hope this is of some benefit to you. Okay, we have okay, right. My mom says, being a single parent, self confidence has carried me through. I'm just comfortable in my own skin, and thank God for that, which is an amazing thing. We just need to be comfortable in our own skin, because it's the skin that we have. And if you are not comfortable in your own skin, then that beats the whole purpose. And there is another comment here from Adiola Karim. She says, first of all, is to be thankful. Yes, I definitely agree with you. Let's be thankful of what we have in our own life, what God has done for us, what we have worked for, what we have achieved, because those things also matter and are very important. Okay, there's another comment here from Michael. It says, I struggle with my disability because I'm the only one in my family that's disabled. Let me tell you something, Michael. I completely relate to what you are saying. I also am the only person in my family who has a disability, but yeah, I have struggled with just accepting it and a lot of things, but there's definitely light at the end of the tunnel. There are so many supportive groups that you can be part of. There's so much that you can do just to help you sort of like navigate that place in that space. Actually, I would, if you don't mind, I would like to have a conversation with you maybe after this live stream or some other time. Just make sure you, if you have Instagram, please do get in touch via my DM. If you check in the description of this video, you'll see my Instagram details, and we can definitely talk about this a little bit later. I can just be that brother, you know. We can talk about share about our experiences in life and see how we can help each other. Esther Edo says, I shared you out, host. Thank you so much. I truly appreciate that. I truly appreciate that so much. Also, guys, please don't forget to like this video. It really helps with the YouTube algorithm. Just like it, and YouTube will then push it to the people out so that many can also come in and join and have this conversation. Right, where were we? I think I have lost track of my thoughts a little bit. Let's see here. Wow, I see your Nathan. Happy birthday! Yay! Happy birthday to you. Hope you are having a great birthday. I wish you many, many more years to come. Uh, yes, definitely. Thanks, Jennifer. Yes, guys, it's important to remember to like the video. It does help with the algorithm, like I said before. Let's see what else we need to talk about here. Please also feel free to share your thoughts and your comments, your opinions, what you disagree with, what you agree with. I would love to hear what you think as well. So that we help each other. This is not just about me being preachy. This is just me sharing what I think might be of some benefits to you. So, examples of how we can learn to speak positively about ourselves is maybe say things like, instead of telling yourself, like, I can't handle this, or this is impossible, or this is way too much for me, tell yourself that I'm going to give it my best shot. I'm going to achieve this. I'm going to do this. Give yourself some prep talk. Because if you always wait for people to come and encourage you, sometimes you are not going to find anyone who is willing or available to come and encourage you. So does that mean if you don't have a cheerleader, then you are not going to achieve certain things in your life? I don't think that should be the case. So Don't beat yourself down too much. Don't say things like, "Oh man, I messed up," or "I can't do anything right." Just remind yourself that at least you learned something, at least you tried something, at least you had the guts to go for what you wanted to go for. And we want to move on to the next point, with regards to how you can also um, improve your self confidence. Let's talk about where are my other notes? Right here. Okay, the other thing is take care of yourself. Take care of your body. Remember to take care of yourself. Remember to take care of your body. Do some exercises to help you stay healthy. It doesn't just help you physically, but it also helps you in terms of your mental health. I'm also talking to myself here. I'm someone who thought that I can't exercise much because of my disability, but recently I've been learning that I all I need to do is move my body a little bit, whatever way that I can. That will definitely help. Um, and this is something that my doctor brought up recently when I went to see him, and I was just sharing with him how much I'm struggling to lose weight, and we're just talking about why it's important for me to lose weight, be healthy, and what. And he said, I just want to encourage you to move as much as possible, even if you think you can't lift some heavy weights or whatever. Just do whatever you can, even if you can dance a little bit. That movement is enough. So I'm learning to exercise, and I'm seeing that it has a lot of benefits that it does offer to me. So definitely things like diet will also help. Do a little bit of feed your soul, feed your spirit, man. I don't know what works for you as a believer. My thing is prayer. I know that some people believe in other things like meditation, or I don't know, whatever the case may be for you. But also remember to take care of that inner man, because the inner man is the foundation of everything else. And also sleep, it does help. It makes you healthier. It improves your mood. It gives you so much energy to go for the things that you want to go in life. I know I am guilty of that sleep thing, because my sleeping patterns are very much non-existent. So it's just one of those things. Let me check if there are any new comments here. Ooh, there are a lot of comments. Let me see. Um, right. Let me see. Have I missed anything, guys? Have I missed anything? Okay, doesn't seem like I missed anything much. All right. I didn't want this live to go on for way too long, so I'm just going to invite anyone who wants to join me on this live stream. You are free to do so. I just pasted the right. I just pasted the link there. Just this one. It's right there in the comment section. If you want to join me on this live stream, maybe just to say hi or to have a little chat, I'm very much open to that. I will still be on here for just a few more minutes. So I am looking forward to that. There is someone I was supposed to have a conversation with. I am still waiting for him. Let me see, let me see, let me see. Where is this guy? Uh, Feel free, guys. If anybody wants to join in the live stream, just get hold of me on that link there. But yeah, basically, I think I have pretty much covered everything that I wanted to cover today. I just wanted to talk about this thing about self confidence, about self esteem, because I believe it's extremely important. All right. I see I have a question here. It says, It's from Michael. It says, "Do you think or dream about your future?" All the time. I dream and I think about my future all the time. Let me tell you, when you have a disability, I'm sure, Michael, you said you also have a disability, so you definitely relate to this. When you have a disability, you have so much anxiety about the future because maybe sometimes you are not completely 100% independent, and you also have a lot of other extra things that you have to navigate. You are thinking about, like in my case, I always think about my future, like, am I gonna get a job? Am I gonna get married someday? Am I gonna be financially stable? How is my health gonna be like? Will I be able to achieve my dreams? What do I need to do? There's a lot that I just dream about, and I try not to worry too much about such things. I just live it in God's sense, and I do the best of what I can, believing that all things will just fall into place for me. So my duty, really, at the end of the day, is to dream, to have a plan, is to work, is to put in the work to the best of my ability, and just ensure I am also trying to make as possible. Okay, looks like I've just here. Let me just invite my friend over. Man, can you, uh, is your microphone on mute, bro?
Connors, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you now. How are you?
I'm very good and very happy to have this opportunity of talking to you. Of course,
Thanks so much, man, for coming in. I was wondering where you were. Thank you for joining me. How is
I,
Mauritius treating you?
Mauritius treating me very nice, treating me very nice. I've been
Oh,
doing
that's
well.
great.
You are a very busy man. I've been trying to set up a life with you.
Oh, yes, I remember, man. I was having some network issues, but I think we can do that maybe this coming week. It seems a little bit better now.
Yeah. So should I ask you a question here? Or
Uh, I, I don't trust you. What is your question about? Before you ask your question, what do you want to ask me about?
it's better I don't ask you. It's one of our private questions that I
No, that's
always
fine
ask you.
then. So if
Yeah?
it's one of our private questions, so if it's one of our private discussions, then we can have it a little bit later. But I have a question for you. You are someone
Huh?
I know who is. I have a question for you.
Yeah.
You are someone who is very confident. And from the first time that I met you, you were always so confident. You are not shy at all. You are very sure of yourself. Were you always that way? And if not, how did you grow in self confidence?
Wow, my man, that's a tricky question. I met you for the first time in 2016 in Joburg.
Yeah.
That was around August. Um, I think my confidence I owe it to my parents, but I wasn't that much confident until around 2018, where I started selling with my sister. So I was selling with my younger
Mm,
sister in the street, and there you need to develop some skills to convince people and to be firm in what you are selling, in what you are doing. So I think that moment I got so familiar in communicating with people, in believing in what I'm doing, so I can convince others to buy what I was selling. So I feel my confidence started there. And also when I look at people, I don't I don't look at them for what they can give me, for their social position.
mm-hmm,
I look at them as human being. And that
mm-hmm,
perspective that my brain has of looking at you as another human being. It gave me freedom and confidence to talk with you as if I was talking to anyone. It doesn't matter if you are president, you are what. So I will talk to you the same
Mm.
way. And the confidence lies for the fact that I don't give you a position. I don't make you like, I don't think that you are better than me. I don't think that I'm better than you. I feel like you're another fellow human being. And the fact that you're another fellow human being, I shouldn't be afraid of talking to you. So the confidence comes from that thing. Like the constant interaction with people and knowing that we are all equal.
Wow, that's great. So from your story, what I'm picking up is your confidence really grew when you challenged yourself and went into a new territory. Like you said, you started selling and it was a do or die situation. Like you just needed to learn how to communicate with people, and that really boosted confidence, right?
Definitely.
Oh, great.
That's
So
how
to
that's
some,
how I came to develop.
okay, all right. Wow, that's amazing.
Hmm?
So maybe let's say there's someone who's struggling with that self-confidence and also suffers from low self-esteem. Apart from what you've already mentioned, how can you advise such a person to also grow in self-confidence and to boost their self-esteem?
I think I think self-esteem is something very important. It's the key you need to be happy. If you are dependent on other people to be happy, that firstly translate that you'll never be happy. You'll always look for approval. You always be broken. So it's
Sure.
just taking time to know yourself, understand that not seek love in other people. You see, not seek
Mm,
love in other
mm,
people. If you are a religious person, focus more on your beliefs, in knowing God. If you're a non-religious person, focus more in just knowing yourself. Take some time and reflect yourself. Be self-dependent. Don't expect too much for people. Do a lot for yourself. Chase your dreams. Don't don't connect yourself to negative people. And if it comes
mm,
to that, connect when you realize that you are connected to negative people, cry and leave those people. Some negative people can be our parents, our sisters. It means that if I know that
mm,
my sister doesn't agree with the fact that I'm living abroad, it means, oh, I want to go and live abroad, it means that I should never talk with her about that topic, you see. So
mm,
you want to be in a position that you are always connected to people who help you achieve what you want. You have a genuine opinion that represents you. That's what I can say, my man.
mm. So much wisdom, bro. So much wisdom.
Does that make sense?
It makes a lot of sense. It makes a lot of sense. I'm really happy that you're here. Before I continue with what I wanted to say, have you shared this broadcast with your network,
Oh,
Mancio?
I won't take. Well, let me. I just I saw first link, and I went to the link. You were not there, so now I'm getting my
All right,
laptop to share it
please do.
with a network,
Just
so we
just
can
share
have
it on your
people
social media.
watching it,
Yes.
because
Oh, amazing,
it's a very.
amazing. I would really appreciate that. So, from what you just mentioned, you spoke about something that I
I'll
had
just
also not
as I'm
thought
here with
about.
you, because yeah.
Okay. Um, just gonna give you a few seconds to get settled.
One second.
All right, that's fine.
Huh?
Settled now.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm settled now.
Okay, amazing. I was going to say one thing that you mentioned that I had not even thought about was when you said that you mentioned something to the effect of not needing other people to love you or approve of you in order for you to feel like you have a certain value, which is which is something that I think a lot of people struggle with. I've also struggled with that, the need to be approved by other people. So much that if people don't say you are valuable or they don't say that you are worthy, then you start feeling a little bit less. What are some practical examples of how we can get over the need to be approved by other people, to be approved of by other people?
Uh, you were do I have practical of God knows? Can you hear me?
Hi, bro. Yes, I can hear you now. Did you get my question?
Hello.
Hello?
Yeah. No, I didn't get the last. Yes. Hello. You asked if I have a practical example of.
Oh, I was asking about some practical ways of uh, that we can implement
Hello.
to sort of like grow away from the thing of needing other people to approve of us first before we start to see the value in ourselves. I know that is something that is easy to say, but it's very difficult to do. So I was asking if you have some practical advice on how we can actually do that. Stop waiting for people's approval and just continue with our lives the way we are meant to.
You can hear me.
Yes, I can hear you very well. Can you hear me?
So you see, if this experience, I'll just say that because I think those last years, we've developed such a great relationship, me and you. And one thing
Mm,
that I liked about you, for example, met you, you are in a wheelchair for a long time and you have
yeah.
some other difficult that you face. But I've never, the time that we spent together, the time I've known you, I've never seen you claiming the victim position, like suffering, saying, "Oh, me, life is like this, like this." You were always this positive person. I remember one day, some of the time talking to you, say, "Hey, my man is like this," and you were like talking to me like uplifting me.
Mm,
So I think the first thing is to first you understand, we understand, for example, everyone, we are somehow privileged. We are privileged for different things. We are privileged to be alive. We are privileged to be healthy. We are privileged to have opportunities of living, let's say, in a opportunity of you might say that, yeah, I was, when I look at you, like, you are someone, and then I think like, come on, such a happy person. And I've been in that for ages, for years, actively crying or maybe once, I've said any type of joke with you. I've never seen you putting yourself in a position where where why you complain, being victim, being like this, like this. You always being this positive person. So I think we need to be optimistic. need to be more optimistic about ourselves. We need to think about things that are going well in our life. We write the problem, confident, and also look at some people who have done things from the scratch. Some people need hero. You need to find yourself a hero, someone who will inspire you.
Hmm. Wow. Thank you so much for that, bro, and thank you for your kind words as well. I'm glad that you saw something of value or of significance in how I handled myself. I appreciate that. It's something that is humbling to hear. I can also just maybe want to say to other people maybe who are watching, say that I haven't always been a very positive minded kind of person. Uh, oh, unfortunately, looks like we've just lost our guests there. I was just going to say that it took a while, to learn to be positive and to learn to look on the brighter side of things. Um, some people will say I stopped looking at the glass as half empty and I started looking at it as half full. Yes, it's not easy having a disability. It's one of the most difficult things that you can go through in life. I don't even want to lie about that, but the fact is you only have two options at the end of the day. Either you cry about it all the time till you turn blue, or it's something that you will just have to embrace and keep life going in the right direction. Um, Look, we also have someone wants to be added. Uh, Maida, hello, hello. Okay, looks like it's having some trouble with the microphone thing. Can you hear me? Hello,
Hello.
hello. Hi, how are
Hi.
you?
Fine, and you?
I'm great. Thank you for joining the live stream.
Thank you. Oh, thank you.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi, how are you?
I'm fine, and you?
I'm all right. Where are you joining from?
Mozambique.
Mozambique. Oh, that's great. That's great. Thanks for being here. We were just, talking about self-esteem and confidence. Is it something that you also maybe have gone through in your own life? Maybe struggling with confidence issues or low self-esteem? Unfortunately, we have also lost again. Uh, let's add Amancio again. Let me see. Uh, Valencia, hi. Mega shout out to everyone. Hey, shout out to you and thanks for being here. Let me add my day as well. Um, let me see. Let me see. Hey guys, can you hear me well?
Can you hear me? I'm back. I think I'm back.
Yes, you are back. Definitely, I can hear you and I can see you as well. There's someone else I'm trying to.
Yes, I can hear you well.
All right, I'm trying to add on someone else. I don't know what's happening with their microphone. Maida, have you muted your microphone?
Yeah, I think
Or is yes, go on, Amancio. Maida, have you muted?
yes,
You can
you
go
know,
on, Amancio.
I think something that I'm very interested in knowing from you is how have
Yes.
you got to this point of developing this confidence you exist when when you are disabled, like how people instead of saying, I look at you are not someone who has put in. So I wonder how like a hustle even though you have the physical limitation.
Sorry, I am failing to hear you properly. I think I don't know what's going on with your sound, man. Uh, can you hear me?
My, my internet maybe, but my question, can you hear me?
Yes, I think I can hear you a little bit better now.
Hello.
Hello. Yes,
Oh,
yeah, I think I can hear you now. May you kindly repeat your question?
um, how are you? I know you. I know that you are a hustle. Of someone who has been especially with the physical limitation. We've seen many people when we look at them, they expect people like you should be to you have been.
Hello, Maida. Hi, can you hear me now? Hello. Guys, can you hear us well? How is the sound situation?
Put
Somebody just let me know in the
on
comment section, please.
the camera.
Uh, hello?
I can hear you. Yes.
Yes, I can hear you now as well. Um, yes, what were you saying, sir? Hey, Sheila, thank you so much. She says she can hear me well. I don't know why we are. Can you also hear Amancio well? If you can just comment on that. Can you also hear Amancio well? Just type something in the description. Can you try to use earphones, bro? Do you have earphones close by? Oh, somebody says they can hear you very well. All right. I can hear you also, bro. So I think we can continue. 。 。 。 。 。 . 。 。 . 。 . 。 . 。 . 。 . 。 . 。 . 。 。 . 。 . 。 . 。 . 。 . 。 . 。 。 . 。
I can hear you. Yes. 。
。 . 。 . 。 . 。 . Oh wow, guys, this always happens. You know how it is when it comes to live stream. Sometimes things just go a certain way. But I was definitely enjoying my conversation with Amancio there. He's a very good friend of mine, very sharp guy. I'm sure if you were part of this discussion, you could also um, get that. So I also want to hear from you if anyone has any comments, if anybody wants to join. Let me see if I still have that link. Yes, there's the link. If anybody else wants to join in on the conversation, please feel free. You are very much welcome, and I would love to have a chat with you, to have a conversation with you. Um, Yeah, Sheila, absolutely. I know I've seen some of your live streams as well. Stuff just tends to happen, but we keep going, eh? Keep going. Let me try to share this to my to my social media in case somebody wants to join in. Yes, yes, yes. Let me just see. Right, looks like we've got someone in here. Instagram, Sheila.
Hello, brother
Sheila,
Ansu. Yes, how are
hey,
you?
how are you? I'm
I'm good. How
great.
are you?
I'm great. I'm so happy to have you on my live stream.
Yeah, I just woke up and I was like, let me just check YouTube because I was like, I always miss your live streams. So when I saw that you are live, I said, let me jump in.
I know, hey, you know what usually happens to me? I know you are
Mm,
in Korea, so maybe you probably have forgotten our troubles here at home. Sometimes I'm just not sure if the internet will be working or even if we have electricity. So I sometimes I don't really get a
I
chance to
know.
advertise my lives in advance. So you know how it is.
Uh, uh, okay, that's
So
good. At least
so
today
it's
I saw you live.
yeah, I'm so happy you did. So it's still in the morning
Mm,
in Korea.
it's 3 a.m.
3 a.m. Wow, that's like
Yes.
midnight, eh? Uh,
Yes, early morning, 3:15. Yes.
do you usually wake up around this time or it just happens?
I usually wake up this time, especially if I drink too much fluids.
I know the story.
Yes.
Oh, great.
Mm.
I
So
see.
now we are on vacation or something. I sorry, I missed the topic. I just heard that you are talking about self-esteem, something, something.
Yeah, we're just talking about confidence issues, how to build your self confidence, how to boost your self esteem, the advantages of being confident, and stuff like that. So anyone who was joining in on the live stream, I was just asking them to maybe share a little bit of what they think about the topic. Like, if you personally struggled with confidence issues, how did you overcome them, or maybe even just your general advice to anyone who may be struggling with similar issues?
Okay. Me personally, after coming to Korea, I think I also struggled with some kind of confidence when it comes to my performance in school.
Mm,
I never did any Korean language, and I've seen this problem also in many students who come to study abroad, especially in countries where we have to speak the other language that we don't even know. We have to learn it from scratch, like as if we are in kindergarten, that kind of thing. So it
mm-hmm.
really crushed my confidence level. Like I felt like I'm just a baby, like vulnerable. I don't even know how to express how I was feeling that time. But sometimes you just have to believe in yourself when you are in
Mm,
some condition that you don't even know, like you no longer feel yourself like am I really like sharp like I used to be? Like there's
mm,
sometimes you're just having some situations that you can't handle, especially student life.
yeah,
You
true.
just start trying to figure out, am I is there anything wrong with me? Like my performance before and now is totally different. So for me, what helped me was to accept that I'm not a Korean. I have to just
Mm,
sit down and start afresh, to accept that I'm not a Korean, so I'm here to learn. I'm not comparing myself to anyone. I just have
mm,
to be a student, not evaluating how the other student is performing, because
sure.
my weakness was comparing myself with other people, like why are they doing so good, what is my problem, you know.
Mm, mm,
Mm-mm.
wow.
But the moment I stopped comparing myself and just sit down as me and say, okay, where can I improve? How can I improve? It really
Mm.
helped me a lot.
I love that. We
Mm,
had also you. I mean, you were not here, but we also spoke about almost everything that you also mentioned.
mm,
Especially like the comparison thing is a big thing. I feel like it's
mm.
the basis of most of our low self-esteem. That thing of looking at your neighbor and looking at other people and being like, wow, they have so much going on for them, and I'm just like at a low level, and then
Yes.
that becomes a problem.
Mm.
And also the
And,
language thing you were talking about. Oh, sorry,
mm.
go on. Go on. It's all right.
And especially in the community, like Korean community, it's so complicated because already they have this culture of doing things fast.
Mm,
So as from Africa, we just know take it slow, like a day as it comes.
yeah.
But here it's like fast, fast. So in the end, you are trying to prove yourself in a new culture to be
Mm,
fast, and yet we know that we are slow and sure. That kind of
mm,
thing. So sometimes cultural differences also crush our confidence so much.
sure. And
Mm,
what you just said reminds me of a story that I was told by my friend a few years ago. It's
mm,
personally I haven't had to live in another country different from Zim. I mean, I was in SA for a little while, but SA isn't like Korea. The culture isn't that different from Zimbabwe, so
mm,
I felt at home there. But I
mm,
have a friend of mine who shared with me a story about how she struggled when her family moved to Scotland.
mm,
And she
mm.
said the language barrier was a big issue. She could barely hear anything that anybody said. And she used to
That was
tell
my
me, like,
situation.
is it? And she used to
Mm,
tell me, like, when her mom sent her to the shops, she said she would
mm,
cry on her way there or cry on
mm,
her way to school because she knew that to get what they were saying and communicate effectively was such a big hassle. And she was so
mm,
afraid that at school they would say she isn't coping well because she couldn't keep up. She was so scared
mm.
that they were gonna send her back to Zim, and she said it was a very traumatizing experience. So
That's
I
my
I can.
story too.
Hmm,
Because
how
we were
did
given. Hello?
hello? Please on. Sorry.
Because what happens in these new countries, if we come on scholarships, we are told to start to accomplish the language requirement within a fixed period of time, which becomes a killer.
Hmm.
like daily we are dying trying to see if we are catching up. We're trying to compare ourselves, like gauging our performance. We'll be like crushing our spirits, you know. You will
Wow.
see that at a certain level some students are already getting 100% while you are still trying to figure out how can I write this Korean, just writing it
Mm,
out.
wow. That
Yeah.
must be really, really tough.
Mm.
Imagine how long
Now it's freezing. Uh-oh. I think the internet
I'm back
connection.
on. Oh yeah.
Okay.
Can you see me?
Mm. Yes, I
It
see
looks like
you.
I'm
It
back
was
on.
like, yes, I see you
Sorry about
now.
that.
It's okay. I know internet even sometimes it keeps buffering, like whatever you are saying, it will be like buffering and buffering, but it's okay.
True. It's a struggle. Asking you been
Yeah, I think the internet is not really stable. Oh, yeah, I think the internet hiccup is really something else. Okay, let me
uh,
check my, because for me, I'm just connected with one phone. Sometimes it keeps buffering if I connect another gadget. Like if I have 2 or 3 gadgets using my same Wi-Fi, so sometimes I have to switch off. So I can't check the comments to see what if people ask it anything to you. Yeah, I think the internet is something else also. I will check what people said just in case. Oh, internet is very jealous.
that's very jealous, eh? Very
Mm,
jealous. Let me see. Can you try getting in again into the
okay,
studio? Maybe it's myself.
okay.
All right. If anyone is watching, guys, how is the connection now? Can you still? Are you getting this? Hello. Internet acting up. Hi, hi, hi. To me, it looks like I'm still online, but I don't know if you guys are still able to get me. If not, maybe I might have to end the live stream here. Yeah, it looks like now looking stable. Oh, great. Try to get back in, Sheila. Try to get in back, sis. And let's see if this will work so we can continue with our conversation. And guys, if you are watching this and you are not yet subscribed to the channel, please do subscribe. I would greatly appreciate that. And also make sure you like the video. It helps a lot uh with the algorithm. Okay, I'll add you soon. Let me just send out an invitation to this guy. Let me just see. Um, right. Let me add you.
Okay, now it's
Hello.
stable.
Oh yeah, it is stable. Hi
Yeah.
Tapiwa Kujenga. How are you? Thanks for joining the live stream. I appreciate you. So where is this?
We were talking about confidence and the language issues, and you were telling a story about your friend who went to Spanish country,
Okay. No, Scotland. She
Scotland.
was in
Okay.
Scotland. Yes. But I think I was now asking you about like how long you've been in Korea and how well you have assimilated or adjusted to their language and culture now. Like, are you now like 100% at par with them, and can you now confidently navigate your way around Korea?
Yes, and now I'm I'm one of them. It's been 10 years now, and I no longer need any assistance of translator like what I used to do before. If I
Right.
want to do anything, I have to move around with a Korean native to help me get a phone, to help me go to hospital, you know, all those kind of things. But now I am a free bird. I do my own runnings on my own.
Wow, that's incredible. That's
Yeah,
incredible. But
I can find my way out even if I'm lost. I go to the hospital alone, my own privacy. Whenever I go to the bank, oh, my charger is falling. So
uh,
there's that freedom which comes when you regain your confidence in something.
I can imagine. I can
Yeah.
imagine. Ah, no, that's
Mm,
great. That's great.
mm,
So, wow, lovely story there. I'm sure
mm.
you felt like it was impossible to do when you just arrived there. It must have been
Yes.
very tough, like you said.
Very difficult.
Ah,
Very,
no,
very
that's great.
difficult.
Oh, great. Thank you so much for sharing your story with us. We really do appreciate that. And I also wanted to ask you something. I don't know, is there anything you may want to ask me, anything you want us to talk about? It's totally up to you. This live stream is just so we can hang out with each other and, just talk and catch up on life. So anything you
As
say.
for asking you, there's one story that you told on your channel that really gave me goosebumps and even angry at some
Hmm.
old people, like the pastor who came to say some words to you. That story really, I was
Oh,
angry.
goodness me. Goodness me, that story was wow. So guys, to those of you who don't know what we are talking about here, it's a story that I once shared on my channel. The video is there.
Mm,
If you check on my video list, you'll see it. It's a story about when I you know what? Whenever I
mm.
want to start talking about the story, I actually start feeling sad because it was just hectic. But anyway, let me just power through it. A summarized version for those who don't know. Some few years ago, I had, you know what? Actually, maybe I should. let people go check out that video for themselves.
Yeah, they should check the video because I know I do like that sometimes if someone asks me about about some things, but I didn't want to bring to you said memories. But sometimes talking about
No,
it and passing over is
true.
good.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. So I'm going to drop the check soon after this live stream. I'll drop the link to that video in
Yes.
here, and you
Mm.
guys can go and check it out for yourselves. But it was intense. It was a very intense experience, and it really crushed my self confidence. Do you know that I'm still recovering from some of the issues even up to now? Although I like to think of myself as a very confident person, and it was just a lot to handle. It was way too much for me, and
Yeah.
even today, it's still a
Mm.
struggle.
Mm.
It's
Okay,
still a
I
struggle.
just wanted to check on you, like, have you really healed completely? Because even me, I'm still suffering and I'm still trying to gather myself up and look at my past, how I was struggling with confidence issues also when I just came to Korea, and how things were so
Mm,
unfair. I am trying to just get my confidence back fully, because
mm,
it's like
mm,
when it's like that. Now I asked you just get into that mode. It's same with me. If I just think of my early days, if I pass through pictures, but I was like, okay, these things will forever come to me, so I have to find a
mm,
way to air them out. so
mm.
so yeah.
No,
I-
I do.
i'm glad
Sorry.
I'm glad that you are recovering. And
Yes.
why I ask it that, I just wanted to check on you, like, I know you are recovering, even the way you retold the story in the video. I felt like you are in 100% recovery, but also now I can see that, yeah, we all have, what I can say, we recover at different paces. So I just
True.
like your confidence, the way you handled the situation. I was imagining myself that if I if I was there and I knew this
Mm.
person, with the way I talk too much.
You know what?
Mm,
What I appreciate about what you've said is the truth of the matter is I have not fully recovered from it because I
mm,
think healing is an ongoing process, and
mm,
it takes a while. Even sometimes
mm.
when you think you've healed from something, yeah, at the slightest provocation, then you start to remember what happened, in the past. For me, the
Yes,
first thing that I had to force myself to do is to forgive the guy, and
yes.
th- that one I had to do as a matter of urgency, because when you don't
Mm,
forgive someone, it's like they live rent free in your head. You know how it is
mm.
when you are holding on to bitterness and anger and frustration. It's like taking poison, hoping it's gonna kill the next person, but all it does is it damages you. So
Yes.
I just had to learn to forgive him. If I met him today, we are
Mm,
certainly cool. But the seeds that he planted in me, the
mm,
self doubt, the worthlessness, is something
mm,
that I'm still struggling with. It's like the smoke after the fire. I'm still inhaling the fumes, even though the
mm,
fire was
mm,
put out a long time ago. So
mm.
it's still a little bit of a struggle, but it's an ongoing process. So yeah, just doing my best to move forward. And the
Yes.
other thing, I think, comparing to what you were saying about the way I reacted, and I think I reacted nicely because I was in shock. Otherwise, if
Mm.
I wasn't in shock, I also don't know what I would have said to him. I was in total shock at what he was saying and what he was doing. So I was just, sitting there like a zombie, and I let everything happen the way it happened. And
Mm.
that's what happened. And also, it took me a little while. when I was listening to him, I was just like,
mm,
oh, this guy is ridiculous. It's very silly. That's what I thought as I was listening to him. I didn't
mm,
realize that I was actually getting abused. It was
mm,
only an hour later when I was explaining to my friends what had happened, and they were all
mm.
like, "What? How could
Even
you do
me.
that?" Mm.
Mm.
That's
So
when
I
I
want
started
to ask
noticing.
you.
Mm.
So have you ever considered getting some kind of professional counseling, or just someone to talk to revisit the story, and someone who can read, digest, and counsel you professionally according to this kind of uh, forever healing wound? Have you ever considered that, or you did? I know you did, but
Uh,
I'm just asking to confirm.
yeah, what actually happened is I didn't take it seriously initially because I was like, I know he's crazy and I know what he's saying is crazy. So
Mm,
I'm just gonna like, ignore him and keep it moving. But later on, even 2, 3 years later on, that's when I realized, wow, the way I'm behaving right now is a result of that abuse that I went through a couple of years
mm,
ago. And that's when I
mm,
realized that I needed help. And I went and
mm,
I didn't go to a professional counselor or therapist per se, but I did go
mm,
and talk talked with my own pastors about it, and
mm.
they counseled me, and I think that kind of worked a little bit, but yeah, still getting over it.
Okay, that's good.
Hmm.
That's good. Ah, because it's one kind of story that even me, I tried. I I was through some situations where people tell me in my face, like, you don't know nothing, you are
Wow.
dumb, and being told that in a foreign land, and I know how I grew up in Zimbabwe, I'm not a dull person like what they were saying. That day I broke down. This story, even I just remembered it now, and I almost was telling myself, but I always say I will never quit. This happened at one of the schools that I was going, and some other students had to rate me, saying I'm doing nothing, I don't know anything. But if I look at their work and the work I'm doing, I realize that they are doing nothing. I'm the one working all the time. I am assisting them with their work in many ways, but they are telling me that I can't do anything. I was like, oh my God, oh my God.
Exactly. Now imagine
Hmm.
if he had allowed it to become your reality. Where
Oh,
would you be
I would have
today?
quitted. I think that day I cried. It's that we are talking of stories similar to that. I'm remembering now. I cried
Mm.
because they ganged up to tell to me in my face to say, you know nothing, and it was my early days in Korea. I was like, what is this? What is this really?
Mm. Oh, I just got a comment from Tapia and says, I saw the video on Facebook. So sorry about that. I've had a similar experience. It affects our spiritual life. Exactly. I couldn't
Mm,
agree more with you. Like for me, the fact that it was something that happened at the hands of someone who was sort of like a spiritual leader, spiritual authority, it was very heartbreaking. It's like
mm,
the last person you'd expect to subject someone to that kind of abuse. So it wasn't just psychological, it was also very spiritually damaging. And
mm,
yeah, life, man, life.
mm,
I don't know,
mm.
Tapia, in your case, um, how long ago did it happen, and how were you able to get over it? If you have, did you get any counseling? Did you go for therapy? If you can just comment and let us know, that would be absolutely incredible.
It
And
was 8 years ago.
mm,
Mm. It was 8 years ago. What I just did from the scene, I just cried like in their face because I'm one person who can't bottle up their feelings when it comes to hate. I
Mm-hmm.
just cry out. If I can't express myself, I just cry. So I cried in their face and they were scared that maybe I will report them to superiors.
Mm.
So what I did, I told one of my uh, mom here in Korea, yeah, like when you are abroad, you just find some people who you find refugee in. I just
Sure.
visited her and said, "Mom, this is what happened to me. The Korean students ganged up to me and tell me in my face that you know nothing." I just retold the whole story, and then the amazing thing that i- is that for me, if I speak it out, that's it. I'm done.
Mm.
Like I'm okay. I can If I bottle it up, then I can't have peace. Like what you said, that some situation will will make you stay in like couldn't we just say you are bottling up something like
Exactly.
poison which can kill you in the end,
Mm-hmm.
like crush your spirit, that kind of thing.
Sure. True.
So
So
when I
true.
talk to someone, I got my counseling, not professional one, but I was quick
Mm-hmm.
to forgive them because I was like, okay, maybe they were a little bit rude because they don't know the kind English way of
Mm.
saying things to someone if they are trying to communicate something. So I just forgave them for that. Like,
Mm-hmm.
as so that it was like people who I was working with every day those days. So I was like, I don't want
Mm.
to have a situation that I will be angry. And for me, if I go angry, even at home, they know I won't speak to anyone. It will be a silence, silence mode until I heal. So I was like, okay, if I do silence mode to them, then nothing will be working in this place, that kind of situation. So I
Mm.
learned to just let it go in within that weekend and heal myself through talking to friends and all. Because for me, if I meet anyone, I just start sharing with you. If you are good books, I will just share with you until I heal. So I think that really helped me a lot.
Wow, that's amazing. But
Mm.
generally, would you say you find it easy to forgive, or it's something that
And
is
it is
difficult?
difficult.
Thank you for your honesty. I know some people be like, "Oh, it's so easy to forgive." I'm like, "Where are you from? Like, have you been really offended?" Because
Like,
sometimes
for a
real peace.
person like
Mm.
me, I don't want to lie. I kept them in my own jail. Like, I made a jail for them.
They were prisoners.
Until I was like, no, I don't want anymore. I'm tired. Let me let them go.
That's a funny way of putting it across. I'm sure everyone in the comment section can relate to that. Forgiveness is not child's play. It is something
Mm.
that is very, it's big. It's big. It can't be just, I also feel like if you just like find it way too easy to forgive, sometimes, I don't know. I don't want to preach the wrong message here, but I feel like forgiveness is such a huge process that you really feel like you are sacrificing something. You know what I mean? Like you
Yes.
forgive someone, you really feel it like, oh, I'm gonna do this very difficult and challenging thing, which is yeah, it's a bit crazy.
Mm.
It's a bit crazy. Uh,
Uh,
if if I had known that you were going to join this live chat, I would have asked you to prepare some random questions, some rapid fire questions for me. Uh, I'm sure
Okay,
you would have come
I'll
up with
do that
good
next
ones.
time. You can just let me know when, if you post that you are going live sometime. I don't know why I don't see your feeds. How often do you post on Instagram or your Facebook? I'm not
Uh,
on your Facebook.
yeah, we should add each other, definitely. The links to my social media are in the description box. So you can just
Okay,
follow me there and I'll follow you back as soon as I'm
okay,
done with this live. We should be
okay.
soon anyway. Because yes, I've been on for an hour and 30 minutes. That's crazy.
You are working.
We're working.
Mm,
I'm just happy that there are people who are watching. That's always
yeah,
very encouraging.
yeah.
For me,
Thank you
it
so
doesn't
much for
matter.
having me, brother.
No, it's all right. I appreciate you. Thank you so much for helping me with the live stream. I don't know what I was going to talk about for so long all by myself. So I
Mm,
definitely do appreciate you passing through.
you're welcome.
You have a very blessed and productive day.
Okay, thank you. Have a good
Thanks so
night to
much.
you. I will listen to you maybe then until I get into my snoozing mode.
No, that's all right. I think I'll be knocking off myself very soon anyway. But you're
Okay.
amazing.
Okay, bro.
All right. Bye. Hey.
Okay, bye bye.
Wow, that was quite something. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for joining this live stream. I appreciate you so much. Let me just say this before you go. You guys, you are literally making my dreams come true. I appreciate every single one of you. Thank you for supporting my channel. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for watching my content. Thank you for engaging with me in the comment section. Thank you for everything that you're doing. It's amazing. By the way, someone recently bought me a microphone from the subscribers to this channel. I can't tell you how thankful I am. You are amazing. At this point, you guys have become family. It wasn't something I was expecting, so I'm, looking forward to sharing the good news. And I also got a camera from someone, and that's another story for another day. But when things like that happen, they really encourage you, and it shows you that people are finding some kind of value in what you're doing. Honestly speaking, when I got the microphone from a subscriber, I'm like, wow, because it was just like, I don't know, I noticed you were having some sound issues in one of your videos, and I was wondering if I could buy you a microphone. I'm like, you don't even need to ask. Imagine how excited I was. Then a few days ago, I uh, I got a camera, so I'm very excited about that. I'm yet to receive it, but it's on the way. So I am very thankful and happy for that. So thank you guys for everything. Thank you for being a part of the family. So looks like, oh, okay. Tapiola says, for me it's been 4 years. Forgiveness is not just a conscious decision. Sometimes we can be bitter and not know. It's been a great life. Thanks. Yeah, absolutely. I agree with you. Forgiveness is it's very multi-layered. It's not something that's just easy to understand. It's a whole different monster by itself. You can be bitter, you can be still angry and not even know about it. It takes some kind of something to happen for you to realize that, oh, I still need to forgive so and so for this and that. So I definitely get where you're coming from. Thank you guys for joining the live. I appreciate every single one of you. Sheila says, "Wow, glad you're having good equipment." Yeah, it's encouraging. It's very encouraging because I'm at a point in my life where I can't afford to, buy that kind of equipment for myself. So if you do have people who partner with you in what you're doing and see the value in what you're doing, it's very heartwarming. It's encouraging, and gives me the fuel that I need to keep pushing forward. So I am very grateful for that. So yeah, that's about it, guys. Is there anyone else who wants to say something before I wrap it up? Anyone else who wants to say something? Anyone else who wants to join in? Although I am whipped. Yeah, very encouraging for sure. Really, really is encouraging. Yeah, so once again, guys, if you haven't liked this video, please go ahead and do so. Also, if you are watching and you are not subscribed, I would appreciate your subscription. I am working towards my next goal. I'm trying to reach 1,500 subscribers before the end of April. So please help me make that a reality. If you can, please do share my um channel with your within your circles. If you find my discussions, my topics useful, please just share with your friends on your social media. That would really be great for me and for YouTube to also help push out my content as well. And hey, my good sister Nya Shamdokoti says, "Hi Aaron, I'm late. We have to rewatch." No, that's all right. I appreciate you being here. Thank you for jumping in and uh, tuning into the live stream. I've been on for almost 1 hour 40 minutes, and yeah, I've talked a lot. I mean, I talk a lot, so you you can imagine. But I guess I need to go now. So yeah, you can watch the live stream. It will still be on. I'll leave it on after. I hope you're doing well. I hope you are doing well over there. So thank you everyone. I really enjoyed this live stream. Let's do this again sometime soon. I will try to ensure that I market these live streams well in advance so that you don't miss them and so that you can also come prepared for us to have an engaging chat about everything. Yes, we are talkers for sure. For sure. The only thing that's left is for me to start getting paid for talking because I think God realized that this guy has a lot of energy, but his body has physical limitations, but he can certainly talk. So I'm going to spend all my energy talking, eh? uh, yeah, one of those. Looking forward to your next live. Thank you. I will let you know. We should up and plan something. I need you to put me in the hit seat or something. Ask me some random question, random stuff, so that we can just hang out with others. Don't want to be serious all the time. And speaking of that, I'm also going to start doing some vlogs for the channel. I don't know, would you guys like to see some vlogs so that I don't have to always necessarily talk all the time? Maybe I could just, go through my day with you, show you what I'm up to, and just take you along my days. I will definitely be implementing that as well. Uh oh, thank you, Sheila, for your kind words. I am also very hopeful that it will definitely pay soon and that it will pay off and be worth my time and all that. I know that it's a possibility because you guys are supporting me, so that can definitely happen. I don't doubt. I believe it completely. Yes, vlogs will definitely be happening. Yeah, just keep your eyes on this channel. Definitely, I'll be vlogging a bit more soon. Just need to figure out how to go about it, but it will definitely happen. I will, if I don't log out and end this broadcast, I'll keep talking until tomorrow. And we all know that nobody wants that. So thank you guys. Remember to also follow me on social media. I also love writing and I'm always writing on my Facebook, on my Instagram, on my Twitter. All the handles are in the description box. Follow me. I promise I'll follow back. So please do that. And see you next time. Oh, don't worry, Asha. I would definitely do vlogs and show you Chinoi. Yeah, I'm sure there are many others just like who would also wanna see the place, since it's so much part of our history. I'll definitely do that and I'll show you around. Hopefully you will enjoy them. So just keep your eyes on the channel. I'll definitely be doing that. Guys, thank you so much. I'll never stop talking. I've got to go now and get some rest. I will do this again soon, I promise. I'll advertise it way in advance so that you all can make some time for it. I promise I'll make it shorter next time. Definitely. So cheers and see you next time. Stay blessed. Stay safe. Bye.